Well, I did something that I made a video about just the other day, talking about what not to do. And well, I guess sometimes when you make videos talking about what not to do, you feel like you might just possibly be immune to the idea of doing exactly what you said not to do. Made a mistake, and that's just part of trading. I thought that it was an overall solid trade. The risk to reward was there. But at the end of the day, I did something that I, talked about the other day to not do. And I've really got to just remember at the end of the day, Patrick, you can't make videos about what not to do and then not do what you said to do. So, gonna show you guys what went down this morning, making a big mistake here, trying to pick the top. At the end of the day, trying to pick the top here and trying to pick the top here this morning. I thought I was a genius. Thought I was Warren Buffett over here calling out the top of the market today. And guess what? Well, the market doesn't care. The market just went higher and left me with a big loss. So, going to show you guys what went down the trade and taking a loss today. Taking a loss. Ended up red and just walking away because at that point it was like just bad trading, bad idea, and bad everything. I don't really know what else to say. So I'm going to show you guys a trade. Guess what? It's not easy putting a loss out there, showing the truth about trading, showing that even someone as smart and as beautiful as me makes mistakes sometimes. And it's not even that it's a mistake. I just broke the rules. I literally just broke the rules, and I paid the price, and that's all it really comes down to. I broke the rules, and I paid the price. There was hoping, there was praying, and all of that fun stuff. So, going to show you guys what went down right here in this video, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Well, boys and girls, I made a critical error. Well, I don't know if I call it a critical error, but it's going to cost me money. It's a costly error. And guess what that error was? I'm sure you guys can look at the chart and tell me exactly what I did wrong here. And well, I did exactly what I made a video about the other day not to do. And now I'm going to pay the price. Trying to pick the top here. At the 94 area. And look at it now up there to 97.75. So, what's the moral of the story here, people? Don't try to pick the top. Don't fight the trend. You can see we had this overall ascending, higher lows, pushing up there towards that 100 area, that 3100 area. And now we're sitting there at 30.99 and looking like 3100 wants to get touched. We got about 10 minutes here till the market opens. I'm going to kind of see what happens here going into market open. As much as I don't know. I feel, I feel here's a problem. I have feelings, but I really do feel like at some point we got to pull back here, right? We've got to pull back at some point. But again, this is what happens when you try to predict the top. When you try to, pick the top here. This isn't trading. This is just me going, this is the top. Blah, blah, blah. And you can see what's funny here is It's like the writing was on the wall, people. The writing was on the wall because it went from it busted through 94s up here at 97. It pulled back, and look at this: 93, 93, 93, 75. This whole area just multiple times bouncing up. It could not break through this 93.75 area. So at that point, I should have been like, "Listen, Patrick, you got to get out of this thing." And that's one thing that I've really got to work on. I've noticed that sometimes. Like, I get short here. It touches. It can't break down. It's not, losing steam. It's holding that. The buyers are stepping in there. I actually got a little fake out there because it was like down there at 93.25. And I was like, okay, cool. It's going. It's going to break down here. And guess what? The next candle goes from 93.75 up there at 97.50. And at that point, I'm like, well, that was good. That's real smart, Patrick. So, yep. That's the moral of the story. Once again, teaching myself the same lessons or going through the same lessons that I should have already known or I've talked about. And yes, it's frustrating. It's obviously frustrating too because, looking at the 15-minute chart, this is probably what really did it on me. Looking at the 15-minute chart, look how far we are away from this overall trend. We've had this yellow trend line, this pretty much like the 200-day moving average, this yellow trend line for quite some time. over the last, basically like the last month. Every time we've gotten really overextended, we've pulled back, we touch, and was like, okay, this is looking like it wants to touch down here. It was like kind of pulling down there, kind of looking like that. I don't know. But again, it's, what is it? It's me sitting there trying to predict what the market's going to do instead of me looking like, hey, look, higher lows. Okay, I'm going to buy the breakout, and I'm going to capture 6-7 handles in profit here up there to the 3,100 area. Instead, I'm like trying to be Warren Buffett over here and trying to pick the top. And now, like I said, I'm going to pay the price for that. And, that's pretty much, that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote there. It's going to be painful. It's going to be painful for breaking the rules. And that's really, I don't know. I guess I got to write this off as another learning experience, another reason to be like, hey, don't do it. Don't try to pick the top, Patrick. Don't try it. Well, look what's going to happen now. So I'm going to give it 5 more minutes here. Hopefully, again, I'm hoping, that's the, you can hear the difference in my overall like voice and what I'm saying. When I'm saying hoping, when I'm thinking, I'm thinking, when I'm seeing, I'm hoping. When you're hoping and you're praying, that's not trading, people. That's just bad. It's just bad emotional trading, and that's exactly what's going on here. So this is a good example of what not to do. Don't try to pick the top. Especially, okay, we had resistance there. We broke above that resistance. At that point, I should have been like, well, momentum is not fading right now. The momentum's pushing higher, so why am I getting short? Why would I get short there? These are all questions that need to be answered. And the only person who can answer it is pretty much myself. I've got to basically say, like, listen, this is tried and true. You've experienced this multiple times. You've done this multiple times now where you try to pick the top. I'm going to try to pick the top here. Look at it. Breaking right through 3,100 there. No problem. So it's funny. It's really just comedy at this point, really, I guess. Comedy. It's like Comedy Central over here. I should change the name of this channel to Comedy Central. Look at it up there to 3,100 now. So, yeah. Such is life. Such is life. Let's see what happens. Like I said, looking to see what happens in that 3,100 area, if that's going to be like the top. Is that going to finally be the top here? We'll see. Probably not. It's going to just rally to the moon here now that I'm short. That's how it goes. What's funny, too, is another thing that, I caught myself doing is I'm looking at it like, okay, the last few days, every day at 9 a.m., 8 a.m., we've trended down. We've sold off. Pretty much every open for the last couple of days, we've sold off. So I'm like, well, hey, the more this pushes up, the better for me, right? I can get short and ride the wave. But again, like I said, trying to pick the top here, not good. Definitely not good for my account. Trying to pick tops. So let's see what happens here in about 3 minutes when the market opens. If we do get a pullback, maybe down here at 94 area, I can get out for a smaller loss. But right now, looking like momentum is just building, pushing above that 3,100 area. Pretty crazy. All right, so we got about a minute here till the market opens, a little less than a minute. So pray for me. Pray for me that we get a pullback here. It's not looking good right now. Yeah, not looking good. Let's see what happens if we do get a dip here at open. See if I can get out for a smaller loss. At this point, I'm committed to the pot. I'm committed to it, I guess. Trying to just see what happens. This is terrible. Terrible. Very bad. So, let's see. We got about 10 seconds here till the market opens officially today. So, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Rock and roll, baby. I'm going to put my stop up here above that 101 area. And here comes the stop. Get ready for it. It's coming. And stopped out. Oh, and stopped out. Oh, close. Really close there. And it's coming. Is it coming? We're going to stop, right? It's going to stop me out here. It's amazing that, like, the countries and then, like, into the world, like, everyone's, just on pins and needles, but the market's green. It's just amazing. The market's just been green all week long. Like, mind-blowing. The market is so disconnected from the world now. It's pretty much just one big joke. Here we go. Now we're finally going to get stopped out. And, well, there we go. Walking away with $360 loss. Because why? Because I tried to pick the top. So, great lesson today, people. That's why you got to see the good and the bad. So, there it is. Look at it. Up there to 104 now, which is, if I would have bought there at the... Instead of shorting there at the 94 area, it's always coulda, shoulda, woulda, and things like that. But I just wanted to definitely get this out there as an example of what not to do, trying to pick the top here and all that. So, fun stuff. There we go, I don't really know what else to say. I showed you guys exactly what happens when you don't follow the rules, when you break the rules and you try to pick the top. So, that's the moral of the story today. It's fun, isn't it? Isn't it just great fun stuff? Look at it, 105 now. Okay. So, I'm going to walk away here at the $360 loss. I need to just walk away because, bad. It's bad. So, there it is. If you guys haven't already, do me one big favor. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, all the buttons down below. Talk to you guys later on.